Welcome back for another deep dive. Today, we're looking at how AI is learning to, manipulate light in images.
Yeah,
It's kind of like giving machines the power of like a Hollywood lighting director,
it is. It really is. Yeah.
but without the oversized sunglasses.
Right.
Our source material today is a research paper,
Okay.
and it's titled "Scaling in the Wild: Training for Diffusion-based Illumination Harmonization and Editing by Imposing Consistent Light Transport."
Wow.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah.
I know, but the concepts are way cooler than the title would suggest.
They are. They are. So this paper tackles a challenge that is training AI models to edit lighting
Yep.
using just incredibly diverse and complex data.
Right.
And they call it in the wild data.
In the wild, yeah.
Real world photos.
Not your perfectly lit studio shots, then.
Exactly. Yeah.
So how do they make it work?
So it all comes down to
Yeah.
something called imposing consistent light or IC light,
SC light, okay.
which leverages the principle of light transport independence.
Okay.
And this basically means that the way light interacts with an object is consistent,
Mhm.
regardless of the light source.
So whether it's sunlight or a lamp
Yes,
or a disco ball,
a disco ball.
the way the light bounces off the object
That's right.
stays the same.
Precisely.
Okay.
And by enforcing this consistency during training,
Yeah.
the AI learns to manipulate the lighting accurately
Right.
without changing the object itself.
Okay.
That means no weird color shifts
Period.
or loss of detail.
Which can be a problem with some of the AI image editing techniques.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like teaching the AI to see the light and shadow as separate
Yes,
from the object itself.
that's right.
But how do they actually train the AI to do this? What kind of data are we talking about?
Well, they used a massive data set
Okay.
of over 10 million images.
Wow.
And the mix is really key.
Okay.
Photos taken in controlled light stages, images rendered from 3D models, and
Right.
even regular photos that are augmented
Right.
with synthetic lighting effects.
Yeah.
This variety is crucial
Okay.
because it exposes the AI to a wide range of lighting scenarios.
So it's like giving the AI a crash course in all things lighting,
Yeah.
from studio portraits to sunsets
Exactly.
to, well, disco ball.
Disco balls, that's right.
But enough about the training. What can this thing actually do?
Yeah.
I'm dying to see some real-world applications.
Yeah. Well, one of the most impressive applications is background conditioned relighting.
Okay.
So imagine you have a product photo
Uh-huh.
and you want to place it into a scene with a completely different lighting mood.
Right. Right.
Say from a brightly lit studio
Okay.
to a cozy living room
Yeah.
with warm lamplight.
That sounds incredibly useful,
It is.
especially for e-commerce and advertising. Yeah. No more expensive photo shoots for every possible scenario.
Right.
But how does it actually work?
So the model has learned to understand how the lighting in a scene affects the appearance of objects.
Okay.
So you feed it the product image
Uh-huh.
and the new background image,
Right.
and it can accurately predict how the product would be illuminated in that new environment.
So it's not just copying and pasting the object into the new background.
Yo,
It's actually relighting it based on the surrounding environment.
exactly.
Oh.
It takes into account the direction,
Yeah.
the intensity, and color of the light sources in the new background,
Right.
and applies those changes to the product image seamlessly.
That's mind-blowing.
It's like magic,
Yeah.
but it's all based on a deep understanding of the physics of light.
It really is.
Yeah.
That sounds like this could be a game changer for photographers, designers, and anyone who works with images.
Absolutely.
Are there any other cool applications?
Another fascinating application is the generation of normal maps.
Normal maps.
Yes.
Can you break that down a bit for me?
Sure.
I'm not quite sure I follow.
So imagine running your hand across a surface.
Mhm.
You can feel the bumps, ridges, and curves, right?
Yeah.
A normal map captures that information digitally.
Okay.
It's like a map that tells you the orientation of every point on a surface,
Uh-huh.
which is crucial for realistic lighting and shading.
Okay, I'm starting to get it.
Okay.
But how does this IC light model generate those maps?
Mhm.
Wasn't it, designed for relighting images,
Yeah.
not creating 3D models?
That's the amazing part.
Okay.
It turns out that by relighting an object
Yeah.
multiple times with slightly different light sources,
Okay.
the model can actually infer the surface's orientation.
Interesting.
It's like shining a light from different angles
Okay.
and observing the subtle changes in shadows.
So it's like a detective using clues to, reconstruct a scene.
Yes.
The AI is analyzing the shadows to figure out the shape of the object.
Precisely. By analyzing those subtle differences in the shadows,
Right.
the model can extract those normal maps without ever explicitly being trained on them.
That's incredible.
It is.
It's like the AI has learned to see the 3D shape of an object just by observing how light interacts with it.
That's right.
This IC light technique is turning out to be far more versatile than I initially imagined.
Absolutely.
Okay, you've sold me on the cool factor, but let's talk about the bigger picture.
Sure.
What are the potential implications of this technology? How
Yeah.
might it impact, different industries and
Right.
creative fields?
Well, the possibilities are truly exciting.
Yeah.
And they extend far beyond just pretty pictures.
Okay.
For photographers.
Yeah.
This could be a game changer.
Right.
Imagine effortlessly relighting a portrait,
Right.
adjusting the mood of a landscape,
Uh-huh.
or even simulating different times of day,
Right.
all without expensive lighting setups or
Mhm.
tedious post-processing.
It's like having a virtual lighting studio at your fingertips.
Exactly.
No more lugging heavy equipment or waiting for the perfect golden hour.
That's right.
And for product photography, the implications are huge.
They are.
Imagine showcasing a product in a variety of settings
Yes.
and lighting conditions,
Uh-huh.
creating stunning visuals that truly captivate customers.
Absolutely.
It could revolutionize e-commerce, allowing businesses to create high-quality product images
Yeah.
without breaking the bank.
That's right.
And let's not forget about the film and visual effects industry.
Yeah.
This technology could streamline the process of creating realistic lighting and special effects,
Right.
saving time and resources while pushing the boundaries of visual storytelling.
Absolutely.
I can already picture epic CGI scenes with incredibly lifelike lighting,
Yes.
all thanks to AI that understands how light behaves in the real world.
That's right.
This is some seriously Hollywood-level stuff.
Yes.
And while we're on the topic of Hollywood,
Yeah.
there are also potential implications for things like, video games
Yeah.
and virtual reality.
Yeah.
Imagine incredibly immersive and realistic virtual worlds where the lighting responds dynamically to your actions in the environment.
That's right.
Now that you mention it, this could also be a boon for architects
Yeah.
and interior designers.
Yeah.
Being able to quickly visualize different lighting schemes
Mm-hmm.
in a realistic way would be a game changer for their design process.
It would.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It opens up a whole new world of possibilities for visualizing and experiencing spaces.
It does.
But of course,
Yeah.
with any powerful technology, there are also potential challenges
Right.
we need to be mindful of.
Course.
As these models become more sophisticated,
Yeah.
it's important to consider how they might be used,
Mm-hmm.
both for good and for potentially harmful purposes.
Absolutely.
That's an important point.
It is.
We've seen how AI can be used to create incredibly realistic deepfakes
Right.
and manipulate images in ways that can be misleading or even harmful.
Yeah.
It's crucial to have open discussions
Yes.
about the ethical implications of this technology.
Yes. Absolutely.
And to develop guidelines for responsible use.
Yeah.
We need to ensure that it's used for creative expression
Uh-huh.
and positive advancements
Right.
rather than for spreading misinformation or deceiving people.
That's right.
It's like the classic Spider-Man quote, "With great power comes great responsibility."
Yes.
We need to be mindful of those responsibilities as we continue to develop and deploy these powerful AI tools.
I agree.
It's incredible to think about the potential impact of this technology.
It is.
But we've only scratched the surface of what this research paper covers.
Right.
I'm curious, were there any limitations the researchers encountered
Yeah.
or any areas where they see room for improvement?
Well, the researchers acknowledge that there's still room for improvement,
Okay.
especially when it comes to handling, extremely complex lighting scenarios or materials with unusual reflective properties.
Okay.
They also point out the need for more robust evaluation metrics to assess the realism and quality of the relighting results.
So while the results are impressive,
Yes,
there's always room to push the boundaries even further.
absolutely.
What directions do they see the research going in the future?
So one exciting direction is exploring how to incorporate even more physical constraints into the training process.
Okay.
For example,
Yeah.
they could train the AI to understand things like subsurface scattering,
Subsurface scattering, okay.
which is how light penetrates and scatters beneath the surface of translucent materials.
So think about how light interacts with, like, a piece of jade.
Yes.
or a marble statue.
Exactly.
It's not just reflecting off the surface.
Right.
It's actually penetrating and illuminating the material from within.
That's right.
Yeah.
By teaching the AI to understand these more complex light interactions,
Wow.
we could create even more realistic and nuanced relighting effects.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Another area they mentioned is developing methods to control the relighting process more intuitively.
Right.
Right now, the user has to provide some input, like a target lighting condition or a new background image.
Right.
But what if we could simply describe the lighting we want?
Yes.
Or use gestures to manipulate the light in real time?
That's the dream.
Yeah.
Imagine being able to say,
Yeah.
make this scene look like it's lit by a warm sunset.
Right.
Or add a dramatic spotlight to this subject.
Yeah.
And have the AI do it instantly.
Yeah.
We're not quite there yet.
Right.
But research is moving in that direction.
It sounds like the future of image editing is going to be less about pushing pixels around.
Yes.
And more about having a conversation with the AI.
Right.
Guiding it to create the lighting effects we envision.
That's right.
That's pretty exciting.
It is.
And it opens up a whole new world of creative possibilities.
Yeah.
Not just for professionals,
Uh-huh.
but for anyone who wants to, express themselves visually.
Absolutely.
Imagine being able to create stunning images with realistic lighting.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have any technical expertise in photography or lighting.
That's right.
It's like democratizing the art of lighting.
Yes.
Making it accessible to everyone.
Yeah.
That's a powerful concept.
It is. And it's not just about aesthetics either.
Okay.
This technology has the potential to impact fields like, scientific visualization,
Right.
medical imaging, and even security and surveillance.
Can you give me some examples of how this might play out in those fields?
Sure. In scientific visualization,
Okay.
imagine being able to relight 3D models of, molecules or astronomical objects,
Okay.
revealing hidden details and patterns that wouldn't be visible otherwise
Right.
in medical imaging.
Yeah.
This technology could enhance the clarity of scans,
Right.
making it easier to, diagnose and treat conditions
Yeah.
and insecurity and surveillance.
Uh-huh.
Imagine being able to adjust the lighting and footage to identify suspects or analyze crime scenes more effectively.
The potential applications really are vast.
They are.
It seems like this technology could have a profound impact on the way we see and interact with the world around us.
I think it will.
Well, folks, we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
From the technical details of IC light
Right.
to the far-reaching implications of AI-powered illumination editing.
Yes.
What are your final thoughts on this research and where it's headed?
Well, this research is a testament to human ingenuity and our ability to harness the power of AI to solve complex problems and unlock new creative possibilities.
Yeah.
I'm incredibly excited to see where this technology goes in the years to come.
I'm with you there. It's been a fascinating deep dive.
It has.
And I encourage everyone listening to check out the full research paper for themselves.
Absolutely.
There's a whole universe of knowledge waiting to be explored.
That's right.
And if you're feeling inspired, why not experiment with some of the AI image editing tools available online?
Yeah,
You might be surprised at what you can create.
I agree.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.